Okay. So just read this question in your mind. जब पढ़ने के बाद just raise a hand that you have done it. Okay. Any one of you. आप पढ़ लो और हाथ रेज कर लो तो हो जाएगा. So that I understand everybody is ready. Okay. So here in this question there is a company called ABC. Very important. Please have a look and carefully understand each and every word. ABC is a company of which country? UK. They have exported goods worth Canadian dollars 5 lakh. Money is going to be received after 6 months. The exporter wants to hedge the receipt in the forward market. Now, exporter says, who is the exporter? ABC. They want to hedge the risk. The following information is given to you. The spot exchange rate is uh, $2.5 oblique pound. That means 1 pound is equal to $2.5. Is that okay? So this is the rate. 1 pound is equal to 2.5 Canadian dollars. Interest rate in UK is 12% and interest rate in Canada is 15%. Is that okay? Is this clear? So which currency will be trading at a discount or which will be trading at a premium? UK will be trading at a premium compared to the Canada. So Canada currency is going to depreciate, isn't it? As per the interest rate differential theory. Now the exposure is in Canadian dollars. So the UK company would like to take a hedge because they know that the Canadian dollar is going to depreciate and they are going to lose money. Is that okay? अगर हम इंडियन होते तो अगर हमने यूएस में एक्सपोर्ट करा होता तो टुडे द रेट इज से 84 and it goes to 81, we are going to lose money. I'm going to get 3 rupees less after 6 months. Similarly, this guy is in UK and the Canadian dollar is going to depreciate, so he is going to cover himself in the forex market because he doesn't want to lose because of the Canadian dollar depreciating. Is that okay? Okay. And tell me roughly how much is going to be the depreciation of a pound, a Canadian pound in terms of UK? Roughly 3% per annum. And in 6 months, how much is going to depreciate? 1.5%. Okay. So 1.5% to depreciate hoga agar interest parity theory prevails. Okay. Read this thing. The forward rates truly reflect the interest rate differential. The forward rates are exactly mirroring the interest rate differential. Okay. Fine. Find out the gain loss to UK exporter if the Canadian dollar spot rates. Now, what happens is, now if this happens, first the the Canadian dollar spot rate declines by 2%. अगर 2% decline कर जाता है तो क्या होगा? Whether the UK company is going to be happy or unhappy by taking a forward cover. Say yes or no, happy or unhappy? Happy or unhappy? Because the the Canadian dollar is depreciated by 2%, whereas the forward market has suggested 1.5%, and the rates are as per the forward rates. So that means the UK company will be happier to take a forward cover because in actually what has happened, the UK dollar has actually Canadian dollar has actually not the Canadian dollar is actually depreciated by 2%, not 1.5%. Is that okay? So if it declines by 2%, the forward cover is going to be beneficial, isn't it? Yes or no? Yes. Have you understood? Should I explain that again? Because when he takes a forward cover, he'll find that he's going to suffer a 1.5% loss compared to the spot rate. Whereas actual spot rate is down by 2%. So he's going to be happier. So let's look at this answer here straight away. Without going to the calculations, look at this. Here, there is a decline of 2%. So he was supposed to get 1 lakh 97. He's getting, he would have got only, he's making a gain of about this much. Okay. We'll go to that because there's some calculation involved. So first was that if it declines by 2%, then his decision to take a forward cover would be good, isn't it? Now, if the Canadian dollar gains by 4%, what will happen? It will be good for him or for the UK company or not? Bad, because instead of declining, it has gone up by 4%. If you are not taken a hedge, he would have got that 4% gain, but he has lost 1.5%. So totality is losing 5.5%, isn't it? Actual में क्या हुआ? Canadian dollar has actually appreciated by 4%. Okay. So Canadian dollar was supposed to depreciate. It has actually gained by 4%. So if he had not taken a hedge, he would have gained a profit on holding Canadian dollars for 6 months. It would have risen by 4%. So he has lost his opportunity by taking a forward cover. Isn't it? Is it clear? Have you all followed? There at the back. So if the Canadian dollar goes up by 4%, what happens? He'll be happy or not? Tell me. Abhi kya? He'll not be happy. Why? He's losing 5.5% because he has taken a hedge. He's going to anyway get 1.5% compared to the spot rate today. He's going to get less. Whereas the Canadian dollar has gone up by 4%. So he's going to suffer a big loss. Now, if the rate remains unchanged over the 6 months, what happens? The party, both the party नहीं वो दूसरी पार्टी को कुछ नहीं होना. The person who is exposed is only the UK company. The other guy is not exposed to anything because UK company is going to receive money. Okay, fine. He is only having the exposure. The other party is not immaterial or not bothered about what is happening to exchange rate. Okay, the person who is receiving the Canadian dollar and converting them into the UK pound, he is only going to be suffering or gaining. What will happen if there is no change? The rate remains the same, but the guy has taken a forward rate which is 1.5% down. So that means the UK company is going to again suffer because he had not taken a hedge. He would have not lost that 1.5%. Is that okay? Is it clear? Okay, let's see how now how it has been solved. Now, first of all, is that we have to convert the rate. Okay, so interest rate of both the countries are there. We can use the formula and calculate. Just use the formula and calculate what will be the price of the pound after 6 months. Today the pound is 1 pound is equal to 2.5 Canadian dollars. So what will be the price after forward rate after 6 months? If you have calculated, just raise your hand and tell me the answer. So 6 months rate will be what? It will be 2.5 into the rate of interest in the home currency divided by the foreign currency. Here the home currency happens to be, the Canadian pound. Okay, 1 pound is equal to so many dollars. So tell me, if you look at this currency, this is the direct quote of which country? Canada. Okay, so Canada home currency होगी तो ऊपर रहेगा 15%, नीचे रहेगा 12%. So which will be half of it. Is that okay? And you have calculated the rate. The rate comes to 2.535. Is that okay? Now, if you look at this quote, 1 pound is equal to 2.535 Canadian dollar. Now, this guy is interested in this quote or the reciprocal quote. He is going to get 5 lakh Canadian pounds, okay, and not one pound, okay, fine, or not in pounds. So we have to convert that into 1 Canadian dollar is equal to how many pound, isn't it? So we need that conversion, okay? Is that because this currency is, if his exposure is in pounds, he wants the other way quote, which is 1 Canadian dollar is equal to how many pounds? Just calculate what is the price of 1 Canadian dollar in terms of pounds by 1 divided by 2.535. Okay, fine. So 0.39 something, is it? Okay. Now let's say the first thing. आपने रेट निकाल लिया, पता है कि आप कन्वर्ट भी कर सकते हैं. Okay. Now, how much pound is going to receive? 5 lakh pound. So 5 lakh divided by 2.535 or multiplied by 0.39, whatever. So he is going to get 1,97,239 pounds. Is that okay? ये आ गया पहला वाला clear? If he takes a forward cover, this is the money he is going to receive. When he gets the money, 5 lakh Canadian pound, which will be converted into the UK pounds, so it will be 1,97,000. Is this clear to everyone? ये समझ में आ गया? हमें पहले रेट दिया हुआ था Canadian dollar in terms of Canadian dollars, so we have converted them into pounds, okay? Or we can just simply divide by that and calculate. Is this okay? Is this clear? Now, what has happened? The Canadian spot rate declines by 2%. Just focus here. So Canadian dollar has declined by 2%, which means the pound has appreciated by 2%. So I can do what I can do is that I can multiplied by 1.02 and calculate the rate of the pound in terms of Canadian dollars. So then if I calculate, so that means this will be, that means he is going to get this much. Just have a look here. Okay. What I have done is, now the rate is given, uh, 1 pound is equal to so many Canadian dollars. So I am assuming that the pound has appreciated by 2%. If the pound appreciates by 2%, which is nothing but the Canadian dollar is declined by 2%. अगर मैं pound को 2% से बढ़ा दूंगा तो मेरा आंसर क्या आ जाएगा? Now if he receives the money as per this term, he is going to receive this thing. So gain, since the forward rate has assumed decline of 1.5%, whereas the pound has actually declined by 2%. No, sorry, the Canadian dollar has declined by 2%. So there is a gain due to the forward contract that comes to 1161 pounds. Is this clear? ये समझ में आ गया? Okay. Now the second case was if the Canadian spot rate gains by 4%. If the Canadian dollar gains by 4%, which means the pound is going to depreciate by 4%. One the same thing. Okay. Now the first equation remains the same. He has taken a forward contract. He is going to get this many pounds. Is it okay? Now if the pound appreciates, depreciates by 4%, that means it will be 2.5 into 0.96. So 1 rupee will become 0.96, 4% decline. So it will be 2.4. So if I calculate, that means he would have got 2,08,000 pounds if he would have not taken a forward cover. So that means overall loss was 5.5%, which is nothing but 11,000 pounds. Is that okay? Is this clear? Then the last one, first equation is same. If the spot rate would have remained unchanged, okay, it was 2 point, he has taken a forward cover, so 1.5% decline. Had the rate remained 2.5 itself, he would have got the entire 2 lakh pounds. So that means he's still making a loss. Is it clear? So just go through and after you can just go through these slides and understand if you are not followed. This is a very good question. Okay, fine, which explains everything basically. So these are the two forward questions which we have done, and we don't do anything further. Okay, and now we will go to the futures and options in my next class. Okay, so now the time has come that we start the quiz. Is this okay? Any question here? Have you followed? समझ में आ गया? Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm putting the, now I'll just tell you one thing. So many students were absent. Okay, they might not have prepared it. So you can still attempt. I'll be giving 4 quiz and 1 quiz I'll be ignoring. Okay, fine. So 3 top quiz will be, marks will be given. So even if you get less, don't worry. Maybe next quiz will be counted. So the quiz is on your WhatsApp group, okay? Google form, just open and do the quiz in the rest of the time. So don't worry about the consequences. I think most of you will get 100% marks, I'm sure. Even if you get less, some students have not, taken all my classes, but next time be this thing, you should be there because this is the last chance. 1 quiz can be ignored, okay?